Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Sunday, September 30th, 10:27 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. Before Leilani Estates, after Leilani Estates. This is satellite imagery coming from the USGS. Here you see before Fissure 8. And now today. Before Lanapuna Gardens. And there's just a couple lucky homeowners up in the northern region here. And then we're going to just stop on Kapoho, and I'll leave the links to this. Check out the old caldera here from an ancient eruption. The only thing left above the lava. Yeah, the old caldera rim in Kapoho. Pretty stunning, coming out from the USGS. And brought to you by Big Island Video News. Give them a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Tell them the Oppenheimer Ranch sent you. And thank them for the footage. Links will be below, and we'll get on with the update. Hurricane Rosa remnants likely to bring widespread heavy rain, flash flooding to the U.S. Southwest. A forecast, Hurricane Rosa is weakening as we shut this down. Rosa had winds of 85 miles per hour. Cat 1 hurricane as of 5 a.m. Eastern Time Sunday was located 385 miles southwest of Punta Eugenia in Mexico. Rosa is expected to move north on Sunday. Meanwhile, a trough is beginning to take shape over the Pacific Ocean and move east towards the west coast of the U.S. And if you have been watching our channel, I've been showing you increasing GFS models showing more and more snow across the western U.S. And those models are increasing. We'll get to it. As Rosa approaches the Baja California Peninsula on Monday, tropical storm will begin to push deep tropical moisture northward into the southwest U.S. There is the threat for heavy rain and flooding in the Phoenix region. Rosa will bring up to 10 inches of rain in parts of Mexico on Monday. Then tropical moisture interacting with the approaching trough will create widespread heavy rainfall in the southwest over the coming days. Locally, 1 to 4 inches of rain will cause dangerous flash flooding, debris flows, and possibly landslides in the desert. Whew. That is a lot of words. Deep tropical moisture will cause rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour in spots, especially in parts of southern Nevada and Arizona. As much as 2 to 4 inches of rain is expected in parts of the southwest. Look up in Salt Lake. Heads up. Albuquerque. Boom. Flash flooding is possible with rapidly deteriorating conditions due to scattered nature of this tropical rain. And we're going to be watching it closely. Here's the most impacted region here, Phoenix to the north and the west. And a huge blot picking up here in Grand Junction, which is going to fall mostly as snow. And we're going to get to that quickly. Stick with us. I did click. Goodbye. Chrome is not responding as usual. But if we just wait a second, it's going to hit us with a boom. Here we are with the Billings Gazette, not picking up anything. Nothing here, nothing over here. Up to 20 centimeters of snow possible in southern Alberta by Wednesday, according to Environment Canada. 20 centimeters of snow. There's the special weather statement coming in the southern portion. Environment Canada has issued a number of special weather statements. You just right-click on this and go, or just click on the blue. For southern Alberta, including Calgary, the National Weather Agency warned that some areas closer to the foothills could see as much as 24 centimeters. Heads up, Banff. Most forecast models suggest Calgary is likely to receive between 5 and 10, but we're going to watch this closely as they get buried. Skiff of snow drops on Billings, Montana Sunday morning. Heads up, Billings. That looks like a couple more inches than a skiff. Here we see Robin Collins left and Amy Fry walking their dogs in the snow in the High Sierra Park as more snow continues to fall on Sunday. Snow arrived in Billings at 8 a.m. Sunday, coating lawns and vehicles, causing at least one large power outage, as well as arcing power lines. Whew. And that's tonight's first new tab. Boom! And this is a Mike Seidel classic. Oh, that's actually Steve Keeley. I'm sorry. That's a Steve Keeley first boom of the year. BC weather rainfall warning issued. And get those snow tires on. Whew. It just turned autumn, but they're warning winter is coming early. Up to 40 to 60 millimeters of rain is now expected, as well as mountain pass snow. And starting Monday, winter tires are required on all highways in BC. And that's a boom. There are the snowfall totals. Up to 24 inches in Banff, 14 centimeters in Calgary, 18 in Red Deer, 26 in Jasper. That's a foot. Now let's check the GFS models through Thursday. Heavy snow, up to 3 feet of snow showing up on my model. And then watch what happens here. Through the 10th of October, GFS models are showing record snows falling over a dozen states in the West, including over half of Nebraska, and we're about to get buried here with up to 40 inches of snow predicted in the southern mountains. Heavy snows in the Sierras, heavy snow in Utah, heavy snow throughout the Rockies, all the way up from central Canada down to New Mexico through October 10th. That's a snow boom. Boom! Right there. Watch it. Watch it happen. Oh my goodness. And that is a model for Al Gore's repertoire. Boom! Al! Where the are you hiding? Hopefully you're getting buried under the 6 feet of snow in the southern mountains of Colorado when it dumps. You D-bag. Look at this guy. Britain's big freeze. The East sees its coldest September night since 1986. We're pushing it back here, folks. Comparison with the past. Temperatures in many eastern regions of the UK dropped to -2°C Saturday morning, making it the coldest September night for over 30 years. Them's is the stats and the facts. Let's check out Mr. Keeley here. What do you think? Boom! He's well aware of what's happening. Considered dead, man buried under snow found alive. We have good news as we descend into the grand solar minimum. A pair of idiots that were with some fellow in the heavy snow that they thought died, they buried him. But when they came back to get him, he was alive. You got to read it. It's totally fucking insane. Boom! Buried alive, just like Mr. Keeley. But alive. Severe flooding kills 200 people in Nigeria, totally fluxed. Yeah, cosmic rays on the increase. If you haven't picked up what we're putting down, we have over 700 videos before this one where you can get up to speed on the science. Don't be scared it's from an earlier date. There's a lot of information in these videos, and you don't have much to do. So sit down and get your school on. 200 people have died and almost 200,000 displaced following weeks of cosmic ray flux in several Nigerian states, according to the country's National Emergency Management Agency. In some communities, people are trapped. In others, they're fishing in their house. Here we see the floods in Nigeria have affected over 820,000 people. A CNN reader shared this clip of Koshahari's farms completely underwater. And they are totally fluxed in Nigeria, as well as their crops. Scientists are surprised by the power of the Indonesia tsunami as they killed thousands by removing this tsunami warning. Yeah, I bet you they're surprised that they killed that many people. These frauds. I assure you that if I was there that morning, I would have made a tsunami warning at this exact location and these people's lives would have been saved. Indonesia's tsunami death toll expected to rise as rescuers are trying to reach unreachable areas, especially Donggala. Now, authorities are warning the death toll could reach thousands after they watched our channel after the last 3 days probably. After 6-meter waves and an earthquake struck the city of Palu in Sulawesi, one of the biggest issues hindering rescue efforts is the lack of fuel. It is estimated it will take 3 days to restore electricity in Palu, and in the meantime, generators powered by fuel are essential. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And if you live in a tsunami zone and it is going into winter, you better have extra fuel on hand. You would if you watched the channel and you were prepared. Seismic update, no quakes of note. We had a 6.6 rumbler deep today in Fiji, 551 kilometers. We've had some moderate activity in the Hawaii region and a couple of rumblers up in northern Alaska, but no quakes of note. A series of quakes kicking off with a 5.0 in Shinzwai, Japan today. Slightly above the average. Still demonetized from the 9/29 Indonesia tsunami warning failure report because it is nothing but the truth, but it is not suitable for most advertisers. The truth is not suitable. Are you prepared? Before we get to that, let's do a little science. I'm talking about University of Colorado Boulder Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics, where you will get links below to the source of solar radiation and climate experiment. You just scroll down here and you can get up-to-date TSI readings. Now, let's check them out. We're going to look at the most recent TSI. As you can see, we're dropping down off here as we enter into October. Below 1360.7. And what does that mean historically? If we go back past the last solar minimum, we still have a long way to go to drop below the total solar irradiance during that solar minimum. And this minimum is going to last for years. So we have a long way to drop down. If we come over to the reconstruction back to 1600, you can see if we're at 1360.7 currently, we are right here. You can see the Dalton minimum levels, and our predicted drop is to go below 1360.5 in this minimum. So we have a long way down. Are you prepared for where we're headed? Check out our new Amazon influencer page. I can't show you the actual page without this bar on it, but if you click below, come check out Oppenheimer Ranch Project's page and the product recommendations that we are endorsing: solar flashlights, rocket stoves, gadgets, solar systems, solar panels, solar pumps, survival seeds and banks. All the things we've been showing you on the channel for the last 10 days will be linked at the store. Just click on what you're interested in, like solar flashlights and rocket stoves, and it'll bring you right there. Yep. You just check out whatever product you're interested in. Prices are down on the left. There are books. There's the rocket stoves we talked about. Here's a $12 one I added. Boom! Yeah. For the financially minded. Excuse me. Winter is coming. And that is a Seidel boom. Hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. Check out the store and be safe. And that's a boom!